Alright, hello everyone, it's Teamrocketdraws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video guys, we're gonna be drawing another Alolan Pokemon. We're gonna be drawing Jangmo-o or Jangmo. I'm not sure how to pronounce it guys, but as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, then let's get started. I'm also gonna put up a reference right now on screen, that way it's easier for you guys to draw, and at the same time you guys will get all your details. Just like my other videos guys, we're gonna start off by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys are gonna do your final drawing. So the first thing is we're gonna do this kind of like an oval shape. It's not an oval shape and it's not a circle, it's like something in between. After we have that, we're gonna do split the shape in the middle both ways, just like the way I have it here. And then I'm using my fingers just to measure. I'm gonna do a line right there. It's basically the same length as the circle that we did, and this is just to help us know how far to do the body. Another thing that will help us if we do a reference line going on the side of the oval shape, because it doesn't go further, and then we could just connect it and basically do the body. So remember to pause the video guys, take your time. I did speed up the video 2 times, so it's gonna be going a little bit faster. The reason for that is just so the video could be a lot shorter for you guys, and you guys could always pause the video. Once we have that guys, we're gonna do part of his what is that, like a heart shape on top of his head. So just pause the video and see where that shows. Once we have that, we're gonna do the same thing and measure another length of the head and do a reference line at the bottom. That's just gonna help us do the bottom of his feet to know how long his legs are. So around here guys, we're gonna do the shape right here, and it kind of follows the same like shape right there as I'm pointing out on the outside of his body. And then right around the bottom of his neck right there, kind of lines up in a way. Doesn't mean it's gonna line up for you guys. We're gonna do that line for his body, another one on the side. That's basically the starting points of his legs. Now we're just gonna extend this one, and instead of going straight down, it kind of curves a little bit to the left, around the middle. The same thing on this one, it kind of curves to the right, because the bottom parts are a little bit thicker than the upper parts. Now for this one, this leg actually doesn't go all the way down since it is further away, so remember not to do it all the way down. I end up erasing and just making it a little bit thicker. Obviously this leg is gonna be a little bit thinner compared to the other one since it is further away. Now for this one, comes out around here, and once again it's not all the way down compared to the first leg that we did, and just try to make it a little bit thicker than the hind leg and a little bit thinner than that front leg that we just did. Alright, so now around here it connects to around there, basically like the shoulder area. And now for his tail. So his tail actually starts around there, and something that I noticed is that it doesn't go higher than his neck or his head, so we could just base that off that. And it's pretty thin, and then it just starts getting a little bit thicker as it reaches his body. And one of those things, try to line it up with the actual body guys, because if you guys don't, then it might look a little bit weird. Another thing is that he has one of those scales, or I'm not sure what it is, on his tail. And now we're gonna do those other scales that he has on the side of the body. So he has one right there, and then he has 2 more, and then just the last one sticking out. We can barely see that one. And right now I'm just erasing the inside of those just so it could be a little bit easier to see. Now something that I didn't do, or that I did guys, that I didn't notice till I finished the drawing, was that these right here, because this one at the bottom is smaller than the one at the top one is bigger, and it should be the other way around. The bottom one should be bigger than the one on top. I do change that on my final drawing, so if you guys want to leave it just like this, or you guys want to make the bottom one bigger than the top, go ahead, but I do end up changing that. And then I could just connect the legs, and then just erase some of those lines from the reference. And then he has this shape right here for the body, where he kind of splits his body in half from the dark gray to the light gray. And once again, I just use my eraser just to erase some of those lines. Around here, guys, on the same level as the other scales that he has, we're just gonna basically do another one right there, so it should line up the bottom and the top of the scales as the ones on the other side. So around here he also has part of a leg that sticks out. We can't really see it because it's hiding behind this one. And now for his claws, guys, so he basically just has 3 of them, one in the middle, and I just do that by doing these triangle shapes and then just rounding the top off. Same thing on this one. These right here though are a little bit smaller just because they are further away, and then these should be a little bit bigger but smaller than the front leg that we did. If you guys look at the reference, you guys will get an idea of what I'm talking about. Alright, so then around here he also has this thing where it connects, where it splits his body, so it's just a small line, small detail, guys. And then I didn't like how this leg looked or the claw looked, so I do change it. Once again, I recommend looking at the reference just because it's a little bit easier to see. Right now just working on the leg a little bit, and then I just raised some small lines. Alright guys, so now for the face, so we could just connect or finish off this top part right there, like I think it's like half a heart right here. And then around here we're just gonna cut that part off and then just round it off and cut this part of the head. And now this one's gonna be going a little bit further away from the head. It's not like going follow the shape that we did earlier. And I just erase it. And then around here it has the small line for the mouth, so now over here we're gonna start by doing one of the teeth and just connect these two. There we go. And now we can erase that middle line connecting that shape because it doesn't have it. Just cleaning up the drawing a little bit. So around here, basically where the heart connected at the bottom, like the tip, we're just gonna do the other side right there. And now around here, guys, a little bit to the right of the tooth or the shape of his mouth, we're gonna do his eye. So his eye is a weird shape. I actually don't like the way I have it here. Right here on mine, it's a little bit too wide, too like big. But he does have this, I do change it later on, like a thicker outline on the top of his eye and on the back. And then he just has this pointed out oval shape for an eye around there. And then he has this, I'm not sure if these are ears or these are more scales coming out. I actually work on these later on as well. I'll make them a little bit lower later on. So if you guys look at the reference, I don't know, I think they're okay. So it just takes me a couple of tries, you know, like just change it. If you guys are not happy with it, make any changes to yours to make it look right. And then we could just add the nostrils. And we're basically done, guys. Now it's just about going back and then just erasing some of those reference lines that are not supposed to be there. For example, the forehead area, I'm gonna call it a heart shape. It's basically a heart, guys. I know some of you guys are gonna tell me what it is, but just for shape references, I'm gonna say it's a heart. And then just erase, for example, also where the neck connects to the head, it doesn't actually connect, so we could erase that. And then, like I said before, it takes me a couple tries to do this part right here, so I wasn't happy with this, so I do change it a few times. I'm not sure if I change it once more. And I know I work a little bit more on the eye on my final drawing. I just wasn't happy with it. Right there, the face, because I know his like snout sticks out a little bit further than his head, so that's why I wanted to do that. And then right here I just use my I just color in like the darker area just to give you guys a better example of how he's gonna look. But on the left side of the eye, it should be a little bit thinner than the way I had it there. But I do fix it, guys, later on once I do my final drawing. Just look at the reference, guys. I recommend doing it. I'm not good at doing nice, and obviously you guys could tell. So he also has like part of his eyebrow right there that we could barely see. And we're basically done, guys. So now just look over your drawing and look at the reference, and then just make any changes necessary. Now have our sketch. It's gonna allow easier to notice anything that doesn't look right or something that you guys are not happy with, and then just go ahead and change it. The way I did it here is I outlined it in pen, and then once it dried, I just erased all the pencil markings just to clean up the drawing a little bit. And then I used my Copic markers just to color them 2 different grays for the skin, 2 yellows for the scales, and then 2 dark grays for the bottom of his body. And the reason I use 2 is just for the shadows, because he does have some areas that are darker than others. And the reason, guys, that I'm not doing it exactly like the reference, because on the reference it's a little bit like more of a brown, kind of like yellowish color. He's not actually like that. I'm not sure. This reference, it was, I think, fan drawn, so I don't know why they changed the color, but I looked them up like on Google Images, and I got the right colors for him, so that's why you guys see that they're 2 different colors. But basically that's it, guys. I think it came out pretty good. Like, I think just looking at the mouth, I made mine a little bit too round. I think it should have been a little bit more kind of like squarish, more rough, now that I'm comparing them. But before that, I think it looked okay. So probably that's just one of those things, working on the nose a little bit, making it a little bit more rough, a little bit more square, instead of having it round like the way I have it here. And then also the eye, like I said before, I worked on it a little bit. So yeah, guys, I think overall it came out okay. And another thing before I forget was the 2 little scales that he has like right on his chest. Like I said before, I did change that. I made the bottom one bigger than the top. I basically flipped them around, because on the references that I was looking at on Google, the bottom one was always bigger than the one on top, so I decided to change that. And overall, I think it came out pretty good, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Hopefully I was able to help you guys. If I wasn't, then let me know in the comment section on how I could help you guys. And if you guys are not happy with it, then start all over. You know, just take a break, you know, go do something else, go get a glass of water, come back, and then try it again. Because once you do it once, the first time, then the second time you're gonna know a little bit more, and it's gonna be a little bit more easier for you to draw. So sometimes it just takes a couple tries. And if I wasn't able to help you at all, I was going too fast, I'm really sorry. You know, I just try to speed up my videos for you guys. You guys could always pause the video, you guys go. And if I wasn't able to help you at all, then there might be other tutorials for you on Jangmo. But yeah, guys, so I just want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Draws out.